Hello everyone, welcome to After the Exams. I spent like all the day just going over chemistry because I was pretty confident in biology. A lot of it was just random little bits of math from various sections. So I remembered as much of that as I could. I took a lot of notes of like, what are the values or terms being used for a bunch of different ones. Like, do they want joules or kilojoules or Kelvin, Celsius, whatever else. I'm just getting used to that. And I went in and I took the first exam, and it was pretty rough. Not horrible, but pretty rough. There was a few math equations where I was looking at them, and they weren't on the formula sheet as a reference, which meant I needed to have them memorized. And they were probably something really simple, but I just didn't know them. And I didn't memorize them when I was going over all the other equations that apparently did have the references. And maybe it's just because I didn't recognize them that I didn't know what like equations on the paper to look for, but yeah, a couple of those are pretty rough. After that, I had the biology, and the biology went basically exactly as well as I thought it would. Another like 87, I think. So biology is just my thing. Not much going on for the rest of the day because it was mostly just something that I did like switch locations a couple times. Just to be studying in different spots because I spent the whole day doing it. You know, normally with other classes, I'd have to like take breaks for whatever else, so my time was more spaced out. But it was just wake up, study for several hours, and then just feel the need to move and head to like some other building and study for a few more hours, and just doing that until like I think like 6:30. So I went like an hour early for the first chemistry because I just been doing that all day, studying for hours and then needing to move somewhere else, and then taking a few minutes for a break and then going back to studying for a few hours. And yeah. Tomorrow's gonna be a lot of just tying up loose ends. I need to make sure all my classes are sorted out. There's an English class I'm trying to get into for next semester, 2010. It's I could have done that or a different one that's 2020, and it's just like the subject of you're writing on. 2020 is very like scientific writing, which I find really boring because there isn't a lot for like expressing and fun, like little additions to your writing. Which in 2010 you can do a lot more because you're doing argumentative. They give you like some reports, and you get to take that report and say, well, I agree or disagree for this reason, and here are the sources that give me those reasons. And I enjoy that much more, so that's probably what I'm going to go for. It's just still making sure that everything gets through. I did get like all the paperwork filed out though, so I'm just waiting on Utah State's end so I can file for the class, or register for the class, not file. Yeah. So that's pretty much everything. The rest of this week is going to be those loose ends and work, and then hopefully the winter break will be enjoyable. I'm assuming it will be. I need to figure out what the exact details of housing stuff are. That's another thing I need to figure out. I'm just going to start taking down notes after this, but yeah, I'm going to start working on that. So in the meantime, have a good night. See you tomorrow, and I love you. Bye-bye.